It is Sunday, June the 19th, 2016, and you are watching Scooter. His full name is Scooter McQueen Wells, and he is our tarantula that we've had the longest. He was the second one that we got back in 2011, and yes, we've had him for over 5 years now, and he's still pedaling on. I've nicknamed him my little copper peanut because, if you look at his sweater, it's a copper color. Scooter is actually, he's a small guy, and he's molted and everything. He's just small. Ain't nothing wrong with being itty bitty, is there, Scooter? My precious little copper peanut. I just wanted to get a little video of him walking around the bed, and he is an active little guy. And yes, when we got him, the movie Cars was pretty popular, and he would get away from me really quick, and that's where the McQueen for Lightning McQueen came in. And you can see he walks pretty fast. Not bad for an old man, huh? But it's my little guy. I've had him the longest. He wasn't a rescue. He was actually an adoption we got from a pet store. And I fell in love with him from the word go. And he is a rose-haired tarantula. Say hi to everybody. Say hello, my name is Scooter. I'm a sweet boy. That baby. He's sweet babies. He's pedaling along. There you go, baby. Only problem with Scooter, Mama's going to tell on you now, Scooter do. If I'm not paying attention, he has gotten away from me before and crawled off the end of the bed, underneath the bed, and about halfway underneath the bed was laying there, and I'm in full panic. Wayne's in panic, and we finally got him out and everything. It was very scary for a while because he is so small that we were fearful we might accidentally step on him or something might happen to him. But we're thankful that his little guardian angel was watching out for him. But you can't take your eyes off of Scooter. You gotta pay attention to him full force when he's out, because he will crawl really fast and be gone. And being as little as he is, it's easy for him to hide in the blankets. But he is a very special little guy. I wish that I could take him and use him for my show tarantula, but he's a little skittish around people. He doesn't know, but he really is a sweet little guy. Scooter, come on over here. But just wanted to shoot a little video of Scooter while I had him out, and a big happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there. And from Scooter and me and Buttons. Buttons is over here, and no, Buttons does not mess with Scooter. Mommy has made it quite clear that Buttons will not mess with his brothers and sisters. So, but if I can get the camera to do so, there's his car. That's what he hides in. And there's this giraffe. If that's the car from the movie Cars. It was actually an Easter basket, and I bought it and made it into a little cubby for a Scooter, and that's where he sleeps. But this is Scooter. He's a sweet little guy. I tell you, I cannot express enough how wonderful these guys are as pets. They are fragile. like I've spoke before with the mold and stuff, their skeleton is on the outside. So if you drop them or something, it could kill them. And but they are wonderful. I don't recommend them for little children because little kids sometimes don't know their strength, and they could hurt them or drop it, and that would be horrible. I have one that was dropped, and he bled a little bit, but he recovered. He's all right now. And but they are fragile. And a little trivia: I've told you guys before that their body, they don't produce any kind of body heat, and when they go poopy doo, it's ice cold. I've had them poop on me before, and kind of catch you off guard because it is so cold. But another trivia thing, their blood is actually clear. So what may look like water beaded up on them, more than likely is blood. They could have bumped their little knee or whatever. So always, with your tarantula, if you have any kind of rocky type surface, can't even say it, surface, or anything that might be a little rough, um, I don't recommend putting that kind of stuff in with them, because just crawling around, if their little foot slipped, then they could fall, or if they climb up. I've got some of them that have a habit of climbing up and hanging upside down from the screen top to their aquarium. And if they lose their grip and fall, then they could be hurt. And you just really want to watch if you see any beads of clear on them and they're not standing by their water bowl. They could be bleeding. So it's something that you need to watch for. I try to keep my tarantulas and scorpions out of any kind of sharp objects in their aquarium and stuff. Try to keep them as safe as possible. Accidents will happen, but we definitely try to reinforce the rule of safety first. And it may seem like I'm constantly watching Scooter, which I am, but I'm also looking over at Buttons to see what he's doing. And right now Buttons is taking a nap. He's had a very busy last couple of days, and he Wayne said that he was bringing me that mouse as a gift. I don't know where he got it from, and I don't know how in the world it got in our house. Honestly, I have no clue. And that and by the way, Squeakers is doing all right. He's taken some of Wayne had used a little bit of shredded paper from our paper shredder to put in there so he could have a little place to curl up in, or a little place to go potty. And he's actually burrowed into it, and Wayne checked on him this morning, and he seems to be doing fine. He's still eating his cracker and everything. So we're considering getting the stuff, maybe some cedar or pine shredded bedding to put in an aquarium for him, and getting him a little wheel or whatever. Being a wild mouse, I'm not really, what can I say? I'm not really comfortable at this point of handling him. And people say, well, you handle tarantulas, out in the wild, you'll pick them right up. Well, yeah. But tarantulas, and this is something that really aggravates me, despite what some people want to say, tarantulas do not have salmonella. They do not harbor germs. And as you can see with Scooter, he's kind of getting frustrated because I keep picking him up and bringing him back here, but I want to keep him close in case Buttons wakes up. But and Scooter's a good one to look at if you have any questions about their bodies, like the main body part of Scooter. Can you stand still for just a moment, please? Thank you. You see that little band going across there? It looks like a little two-tone band, white and black. And you see what looks like a little ball behind it? That's his eyes. And the little ball is. And in between his eyes, let's see if I can get him. You can see there's a little tuft of hair. It's really cute. But his mandibles are in the front there, in front of that band area in the front. Right there. That's his mouth. And his fangs are underneath him, and whenever he goes to eat, they come out pretty quick. I referred to his little feet. Looks like he's got little shoes on. The Rosies, they have shoes. The Mexican fire leg, they have little shoes. Pink toes have toenails, look like they've been to the beauty parlor, and so does our Versa. But our Versa, she's got little dark gray or black toenails. But they are very sweet. These are the best little guys. I cannot stress enough about how wonderful these little guys are. And they're very loving. And like right now, Scooter's just enjoying himself, walking around the bed and getting a little bit of exercise. When we first started and only had about 4 or 5, they would get to do this every day. I would, bring them out and let them walk for a different amount of time and everything, and switch them out. But when you've got 44, it's kind of hard to bring them all out in a day. But Scooter, Dad, Mama, Scooter. Yeah, him so sweet. Him so sweet. Mommy just want to eat him up. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. And what I do when I'm doing that is I lean in towards him and make a little num num noise, and he doesn't mind it at all. He's used to it. However, one of my other kids, they duck down every time I do that, even though they know I'm not going to eat them. I couldn't eat Scooter. Him so sweet. I'd go into a diabetic coma. You go what? You go what? But this is Scooter. And any questions, please feel free to ask me. I love answering questions about my little guys. As you can tell when he's walking, like most male tarantulas, it appears that he has 10 legs up here in the front. The 2 little ones, they're called pedipalps. And that's actually a good shot of his eye right there. That little round ball. There's 2 sets on each side, and then there's a little tuft of hair between them. But those little pedipalps, they use them, the males do, like extra legs to walk. They use them for whenever they're mating. They grab onto the female with those 2. Whenever they grab their prey to eat, they use them like little hands. But a lot of people seem to be kind of leery when they first see our tarantulas. Oh my gosh, it's a big spider. Which lesson number 1, guys, this is not a spider. This is a tarantula. Tarantulas and spiders are both of the arachnid families, as are ticks and scorpions. However, a gorilla and a chimpanzee and an orangutan are all in the primate family. They're all apes. However, you don't call a chimp a gorilla. You don't call a gorilla a monkey. They're in the same family, but there's a lot of differences to them. And the same is going for the tarantulas as well. They're not spiders. Spiders are not them. And maybe one of these days I'll sit down and tell you some of the differences between them. But it takes a while. But anyway, thank you again for watching. And on behalf of myself and Scooter McQueen Wells, we say thank you.